Hey, aloha! Welcome back to Mystimon Saga, a world like no other. A world like no other. Blech. Where people live alongside mystical creatures and where magic comes alive, under siege by forces beyond and within. Can I get through this intro? This is Mystimon
Already
Saga
out to a
Hidden Archives.
fantastic song.
This is
All
Mystimon
the way up.
Saga Hidden Archives, where our investigators battle an evil cult and investigate the paranormal and high strangeness all over the world. I'm your host, GM Seth, aka Seth R. Mitchell, and I am today once again joined by our players. On to you guys.
Eva, what order are we doing this in?
There
I-
wasn't a decided order.
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. Why not? I am Shadow, and I play the Goblur and Rat, the gunslinger. And yeah, I guess I'll throw it to my good old buddy Binary.
Greetings, I'm Binary. Thank God our DM gave themselves less words with how much they stumbled over the intro. And I'll be playing the automaton Bastille, and Khul-dra the Golem.
Okay, and with almost an accidental transition. Hello, everybody. My name's Twilight, and I'll be playing as the fake nurses of the group, Eda, who, yes, I did base off of our house, but we're trying to avoid copyrights here.
And
I am Elle, and I'm playing Soma, the Alapeke Witch, and Zoe, the Vrock Summoner.
and we also have a new player today, whose character will be introduced a little bit later on. But we have a new player today. Their name is Pokeduck.
Yep, that's me.
Okay. When we last left our investigators, you guys, well, mostly everyone, got to relax in the stands of a Coliseum and enjoy a good fight. A very good fight between Zoe and Rat and their Mystimon partners. And, well, spoiler alert, Zoe won that match. And Koi was not too happy with Shadow afterward.
I was about to say, is it really a spoiler if we could all see it coming?
Yeah.
Listen, all I'm saying is my luck did not want me to win. Just saying. I used every trick that I had in my inventory, and Lady Luck said, no, you lose. I'm like, okay.
And
Or
still
could it
cash-
have just been that Zoe was that much better?
No.
No,
We lost Bastille.
We lost him. We lost him.
Binary was so upset by all of this rat.
Yeah, all this
Slander.
rat slander. Yeah, that's why he's my good buddy. I mean, they're my good buddy.
Welcome back, Binary.
Welcome back.
Discord decided it was time to restart. Not sure what.
Okay.
much like how Shadow's luck decided to just cash out for that afternoon.
Absolutely. I rolled
Anyways.
3 ones.
Anyways, so afterwards, after that fight, Zoe took everyone back to her vet clinic in the championship village. Is that what it was?
Pretty much, yeah. It's yep.
And once everyone got there, Shadow basically just collapsed on the floor. And Soma made everyone sandwiches and coffee and everything. And then you all got some very disturbing news. There was some hate slander going around the entire city against Goblurins. Some insidious rumors were being spread. And you also learned that people had been having night terrors. People all across the city had been having night terrors over the last couple of days, where they were seeing these shadow people with a top hat. And there was still the matter of Lady Fiore being trapped somewhere in the Dreamlands. So you all decided to split up. Zoey and Rat went to track down the mystery of what happened to 3 missing Goblurins, while Eda and Bastille went to investigate this matter with these shadow people. And Khul-dra and Soma, along with Crystal, went to look into where they could find a shadow gate and get access to a shadow gate so they could save Lady Fiore. And
Surely nothing will go wrong now that we've all split up.
surely nothing. Maybe not. Who knows?
It will, and don't call me Shirley.
So, that is where we pick up. And Ella's back at it again with her memes.
You say back at it like it ever stops.
Nope, it never stops. And that's why we like having them around. Soma, as you and Khul-dra and Crystal start walking through the championship village to get back to the city, I need you to make me an occultism check.
Both of us?
Only you.
You said Soma
Only
and Khul-dra.
Soma.
Oh, okay.
Only Soma.
Not important enough. Notice how the DM doesn't deny it.
Whoa.
Why did that pop up 3 times?
Why did that? I only clicked it once, but apparently it
popped
just
up
really
twice.
wanted you to know that I got a 36.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, perfect.
Funny enough, it only showed up once. It only showed up once on the stream, but it showed up twice on my screen. I don't know why.
I
So,
see it 3
anyways.
times on mine.
So,
Yeah,
anyways.
it's like, do we have an O46?
So, anyways, Soma, you suddenly stop in place when suddenly the sky, which you swear it was daytime. You swear it was daytime. The sun was up and everything. You swear it was daytime, but suddenly the sky appears to be dark. The moons are up, but you can barely see the moons because of an overcast cloud cover. And you see the buildings all around you here in the championship village on fire. And you're seeing bodies lying on the ground. One of them is Rat. You can tell. You can tell very clearly that's Rat. And another is Zoey. And you also see Crystal lying up against a building, a wound in her chest, blood pulling out of her mouth. She's barely alive. And then you see, marching through the street, these cloaked individuals and one of them is wearing a mask. As soon as you see that mask, you see a flash, and everything is back to normal. And after shaking off this strange sensation, you have this overwhelming, unexplainable feeling. You have to go to the library. You don't know why. You just feel like you have to go to the library.
Um, Khul-dra, oh, we should start at the library.
Go talk to the council.
I don't know. I think I'll know when we get there. I'm sorry, I can't be more specific.
All right. I cannot do the talking, so you're in the lead anyway. Or at
Soma,
least I shouldn't.
Soma, Crystal notices the look on your face, and she places a hand on your shoulder, and she says, "Are you okay?"
I saw something, and I am not entirely sure what it was. This sort of thing hasn't happened like this before. We really need to get to the library.
And we cut away for just a second as we zoom in on Kyrene walking through the city streets, and suddenly she stops. She places a hand on her head. And then, after a moment, she says to herself, What just happened? Are these premonitions back? And we now cut away back to... Let's go back to Eda and Bastille. Eda and Bastille, you have gone to investigate these shadow people. What are you doing?
I think the first thing would be like seeing if we can locate specific people that these rumors started circulating from.
And then just comes the question of figuring out, I guess, which ones happened first and which ones came next.
Yeah. I mean, we can locate the people who claim to have seen these shadow people, can potentially get more info from there.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. And plus, maybe we could end up picking up kind of like, I guess you could say, an area of effect of it, like if it only affected like a certain area or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Or in my own
time.
homes, check to see if it had a blast radius.
So time for some diplomacy checks.
Sure.
Yeah, more than likely, albeit if society is also an option, I would much rather have that.
I'll take diplomacy myself.
Because like, my diplomacy is plus 13, my society is plus 20.
I'm of the opposite nature. My diplomacy plus 20 and my society plus 15.
Okay, so we have a 28 from Bastille. Eda?
And if anything, I don't expect this. I don't expect this policy to actually work out on my end, so I just know that Bastille can cover me.
And a 16 from Eda.
Yeah, okay. For some reason, Bastille's thing showed up 3 times on my end, but my dice roll only showed up once. This foundry is currently having a stroke.
When isn't it?
And just decided to try and recreate supersize me.
What isn't it? So here's what happened. Ada, you start going around talking to people about shadow people, and for some strange reason, people think you're talking about a Mystimon. And now rumors have spread across the city that there's a Mystimon on the loose in the city.
Not entirely the freaking objective.
There's some random guy who thought you were talking about something called a Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Don't know what that was about.
We love passing spells.
Yeah,
Like if anything, it's just a freaking doctor for CDA.
yeah. There's a rumor going across the city that there's a cryptid Mystimon, a Mystimon that has never been officially recognized by scholars, on the loose in the city.
It's like, this is why you don't let a diplomacy, but open society. Because my dice will let the comedy flow.
Now you know how I feel.
So, and these rumors are so incessant that Soma and Zoey are also hearing them, and so is Rat. Everyone is hearing these rumors now. So, yeah, that's a thing now. Great job, Ada.
You're welcome.
So everyone knows, Ada rolled a 16. That was
A DC
10 under the DC. Exactly 10 under the DC. That's a critical failure.
So anything higher than a 3, you would have been fine.
But like I said, my dice, no comedy.
Yes.
Your dice wanted to tell a different story.
I feel. That's how I felt when I got mollywopped by Zoe.
Is what you were saying, Seth?
Your dice wanted to tell a different story today.
Exactly. It's like the dice have a complete mind of their own. Like, they are on autopilot.
We let the dice tell the story. Sometimes it actually fits the narrative that I'm trying to tell, and sometimes it takes the narrative in a completely different direction.
Yeah, and it's like, if all else fails, then the dice keep on going the opposite way. I have a pair of physical dice with me.
So, that aside, but still, as you're talking to people, suddenly these rumors of this cryptid Mystimon are coming back to you, but are coming your way, and you're hearing these rumors too. But
They were not hired to search for a Mystimon at this moment, so
you do manage to get people to tell you about these shadow people.
really anyone that starts about a Mystimon, they just say no and walk away to the next person.
So, you do manage to get some people to tell you about these shadow people. What you can piece together over the course of about an hour, other than the cryptid Mystimon rumors, is that it appears that these shadow people reports are actually coming in from all over the city. There's no exact area of effect. They're coming in all over the city.
But does anyone know of a specific person? Like he doesn't like if it was convinced an area, it'd be good to know. But he's more looking for like any direct account.
So, a lot of the people that you're actually talking to are people who actually experienced it themselves.
Okay. Do they mention anything like beyond person in hat? Is there anything else of similarity with these visions or anything like that?
Yeah, every single person describes the same sort of sensation of being paralyzed, not being able to move.
Does anyone that he talks to have something on them that they were carrying the day they had this vision?
No.
How dare you say my object reading? Not even clothes? No one was wearing the same clothes that day?
Who wears the same clothes?
I do.
No, but like, plenty of people wear the same clothes, especially if they've had time to wash them since then. So, I feel like that is not an insane ask.
What is this, like anime logic now? Thinking about it?
Kind of sounds like anime logic.
So, no similarities beyond paralyzation.
Yeah, paralysis.
No located area that we could narrow it down to. No, is it like, even if the experience doesn't share any similarities, do the people that have experienced it seem to share any similarities?
Not at all. You talk to Galvarin, you talk to some Izmir, you talk to some Alapeke, you talk to even an Ihana, you even talk to a couple of Goblurins that are getting hate slander and everything. Very unfortunate situation.
Huh.
So it seems to be across the board, all different kinds of people.
Is there a time that it usually takes place?
Yeah, everyone seems to report it happening at precisely 3 a.m.
Okay. See, there's actionable info. I mean, if the location doesn't share any, like, similarities, I think at that point, once they re-find Eda and ask why they're asking about Mystimon, and no, we're looking for a person, not a Mystimon, until further notice. I believe
Brought
we
the
will
leash
just.
with you.
I believe we will just need to remain somewhere in the city at 3 a.m. and see if either we experience this or see somebody that does.
And with that, we're going to swap over to Zoey and Rat.
You're just gonna assault us after what you just did to us at the start of this session? I see what your game is. I don't see. I'm just.
So Zoey and Rat. You are looking into the case of these 3 missing Goblurins.
Yes.
And hearing these rumors of encrypted Mystimon going around the city. These
It's just gonna turn. Oh, sorry.
These very strange rumors.
When did these rumors start going on? I don't remember hearing any of this when we first got here.
Yeah, I mean, this all seems like something that we're probably going to have to take care of later. But no, we've got to focus. Got to focus and go see if we can find anybody who's seen Trukar or Henrietta or anybody.
I'm gonna look up at Zoe and just be like, "Are you like some kind of Mystimon collector?"
I just give Rat the most absolutely baffled look. Like, have you met me?
We have
And
only
turn
time...
around and look behind us where there is a large snake, an even larger cat, and an even larger cat, and also just a regular sized cat following us.
I just thought you were a crazy cat person.
I like snakes too. You know, reptiles. They're all great. Jagunda,
There's nothing wrong with crazy
excited
cat
about,
people.
About Cora here.
There's nothing wrong with cat people.
Anyways, but yeah, we
Good
should
call.
probably look around for Shraka, Gorvish, and Henrietta. Maybe see if
going to
stop around.
Repeating their names to make sure that, you know, whoever's telling this story remembers that we do know who these are.
Obviously, I kept them names remembered in this handy dandy notebook I keep around. Stole this off of my good old pal Duty.
That's a good thing, because everyone knows Rat can't remember a thing without it.
Absolutely. Alright. So do you want us to roll diplomacy for gather information checks?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Okay.
Let's see what rumors you guys can answer.
By the way, I'm gonna Garrett will specifically go after fellow Goblurins and ask them around.
Sure.
Do I get any bonus for that, or is it just regular?
We'll say a +1 circumstance bonus.
Thank you, Seth. You're very cool.
I try to be.
Hands over the money.
Bribery will not be tolerated.
Boo.
Okay, we have 29 from Zoey.
Ooh.
Let's go.
And a 36 from Rat. 36 from Rat and a 29 from Zoey. Let's go. So, what happens here is Rat, while Ada rolled a critical failure, you just rolled a critical success.
The smooth talking gunslinger wins again.
Yeah.
Dang,
So-
dang.
What happens here is you're specifically asking about those 3 Goblurins that disappeared. And you actually get a lead. You get a lead leading you to the Primal Wood. You have reason to believe those 3 Goblurins were taken somewhere in the Primal Wood.
Anything else about like how they were taken or how they were like were they compliant or was it like a straight up kidnapping?
They were
Or do I-
kidnapped. They were straight up
Okay.
kidnapped.
Okay, do I have any information on who did it or is it just a random person?
You're piecing together a pretty clear picture that the culprit seems to have been wearing a cloak.
Any other identifying like factors like does a cloak have a mark on it? Do they have like a mask or like special boots made out of like I don't know fur?
How tall were they?
The
Yeah.
only other identifier that you could come up with is one of them was seen carrying a very particular dagger, a very particular knife.
Oh, goody.
Oh, I don't know if anybody would have shared the information of the murder that happened.
I think we did. I think that all came up in the days before the championship games.
Yep, it did.
Like if someone would have shared that information, then is the dagger like would it be like the descriptions be similar to the dagger that we found?
Yes.
Okay. Who would have that dagger now? I'm assuming someone would just keep it on their person.
I don't think Soma has it. My guess is we probably turned it in. It probably got confiscated by like the Magi Guard because they showed up pretty much immediately after we found the body, right?
Okay, I see.
Hey,
And yeah,
so you have a lead. You have a lead.
I mean, I don't think that the Magi Guard are that competent, but I don't think they're that incompetent as to just like leave behind the thing that somebody says is probably the murder weapon.
yeah.
Yep. So we're going to cut away back to Soma and Khul-dra and Crystal. You head to the library. And when you get to the library, you immediately find Dr. Lorena Gray, who we have not heard from in several episodes. What has she been up to? Well,
Hopefully nothing wrong.
you find her actually out cold, laying her head on a table with a stack of books in front of her. And
Having a poor sleep schedule is what she's been up to.
so, what do you do?
I think the first thing I do is probably check for a pulse.
Yeah, she's got a pulse. It's actually a very rapid pulse.
Oh. That's alarming. What time is it? I'm assuming it's not 3 a.m.
It's about 10 a.m.
Okay. And me just like touching her doesn't wake her up.
When you touch her, it doesn't immediately wake her up. It actually takes a little bit of your shaking her, gently shaking her before she finally wakes up. And when she does wake up, she screams out, ah, 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 and she is in a cold sweat, and she overall seems to be in a bad way. Her hair is disheveled. She looks as though she hasn't slept in days. Make me a medicine check.
I think I'm okay at that.
Can I make one as well, or?
Sure. Okay, we have a 28 from Soma. And a 27 from Bastille. So you can determine that her stress level seems really high. And when she has finally calmed down, she says, "Oh, it's you guys. I'm sorry, the nightmares have returned now with a vengeance. I came here because I hoped I could find something in an elven library that might tell me what is going on. Ever since the accident on the ranch with my ritual awakening that abomination, whatever that was, I've been having these nightmares. I seen the same thing I saw in Depthar Trench. But now it's different. I don't know if what I'm seeing is some kind of premonition or what. What's worse, I could have sworn I saw a Sife I used to know from the trench climbing one of those opening ceremony floats. But that's impossible, so yeah, I'm clearly losing my mind.
Isaac?
Why is such impossible?
Because he should be in the Ocean Kingdoms. He couldn't possibly be here.
Well, there was a Sife who did cause a pretty big accident in the at the parade.
Wait, what?
I can teleport 100 miles away in a moment's notice.
Are you sure that it was Isaac?
Honestly, I oh wait, I would know his name. Soma found
Yes.
a dead body with Isaac. Of course, I remember that his name is Isaac.
Yes.
That bond transcends centuries. Anyway, yes, we actually found a murder victim the other day.
So
I mean, Isaac wasn't related. He was just there.
her head just hits the table. Yeah, I'm losing my mind. Check me into Darkon. I have lost it. God damn it. What could Isaac be doing here of all places? Anyone but him. He's almost worse than whatever that thing is I'm seeing. She lifts her head off the table and puts both hands on her face and tilts her head back. And okay, back to the matter at hand. Forgive me, and forgive me, I'm thinking out loud. I do that. The last thing that happened was my experiments on the ranch, I guess, interacted with the flow lines on the ranch, which someone has to explain how something that has never been scientifically confirmed to actually exist. I guess. I digress. I'm a scientist. I'm supposed to not put stock in these fairy tales. There has never been any kind of verifiable evidence that flow lines are real. That's fringe science at best, but that's beside the point. This magic in my grandfather's manuscript, it's some sort of ritual magic. Could that have something to do with this? Could I have tapped into some other plane? I really don't know anymore. And for some reason, I keep getting something telling me to tell you that they're coming. But I have no idea what that means.
When you say something telling us, what do you mean? Like,
I have absolutely no idea. I really have no idea.
When are you?
That was a lot of words for not actually saying much.
Yes, I know. And I have no idea what's going on with me. What's happening to me?
When you say you keep getting a message to tell us that they're coming, like, in what format? Like when you dream upon waking, or just like somebody's leaving you little notes?
In my dreams. I don't know. Make me a perception check. Make me a perception check.
Not great.
But still?
Or Khul-dra, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Khul-dra.
Khul-dra. Yeah. You can tell she is rambling and talking really rapidly and appears highly stressed. You almost wonder if she's on something.
Have you been using anything to stay awake?
No?
Are you sure?
Using anything in general?
No.
Does she have like a coffee cup on the table or something?
No.
Any small, clear packets? Maybe with
No.
Are you sure?
I'm not taking anything. I swear. I don't know what's going on with me.
He turn on his anti-magical.
Did it just get cold in here all of a sudden?
Huh?
Doesn't seem to be affecting her in any way.
No.
Because, yeah, he doesn't have the cold aura. He just has the separate aura.
Well, where so what has she been reading? Like what because she's at a table in the library, you said?
Yeah, she's at a table at the library and she has a big stack of books in front of her. Actually, it's a bit of a mess right now. It's not actually a stack. They're like scattered all about on the table. A couple are actually open.
I'm gonna just kind of tug one over and look at it. What has she been like? What are these books on?
She's reading a lot of different things. Like, there's one book that's on sleep disorders. Another book is on void on the void. Another book is, excuse me, seems to be on something called the Outer Gods or Great Old Ones. It seems to be a little all over the place. In fact, you do find one book and that's actually open in front of her. That is the page it's on. You see the term Ouroboros. You see the term Ouroboros. Ouroboros.
Do I recognize that term?
Make me an occultism check.
Just to verify, very specifically, not actually Ouroboros, right?
Yes.
Okay. Making sure.
You remember hearing that term somewhere, but it's like on the tip of your brain, you can't quite place it.
I also make an occultism.
Sure. So Khul-dra, you've heard this term talked about or spoken about in various circles in Gothica for a very long time. And you're not quite sure where the word came from or what exactly it means, but you do know that the Gola have a very special interest in whatever this is.
Do you know of the Ouroboros?
I think that's the alchemist term for shadow gates. And with that, we're going to swap back over to Zoey and Rat. So,
Hi.
So Zoey and Rat, you make it to the Primal Wood. And even though it's like in the middle of the morning, it's about 10:30 a.m. As you walk into the Primal Wood, it just feels dark.
I think like right as we are reaching the border of it, Zoe just kind of pauses and looks at Rat and says, "Are you sure about this?"
I've seen that thing. It's fine. He is full on feigning confidence. Like he is. Like if you like take a closer look at his body, he is terrified.
Well, that's the case. Uh
As you stop there
Can-
at the
Oh,
border
sorry.
of the Primal Wood, make me a perception check, both of you.
Can I do spirit or haunt lore?
No,
Or is
only
it just
perception.
perception?
It's just perception.
Okay.
28 from Zoe and 36 from Rat.
Why can't I have this luck during the fight?
No idea. So, Rat, you get this very disturbing sensation, or Zoe, you're even getting this very disturbing sensation. You kind of stop as you realize you can't hear any animal noises. Can't hear any crickets. You can't hear any insects. You can't hear any beetlexes. The air is still and very disturbingly silent.
I'm gonna have my gun. Well, I'm gonna have my gun sword out and ready to swing.
Do you continue forward into the Primal Wood?
I kind of think we gotta.
I have this. What is this? I think this is. Yeah. Look, I don't know if this. I don't know if this applies here. Just let me know if it does. If it doesn't, then I ignore it. But
You're
yeah.
skilled in noticing the telltale signs of ghosts and hauntings even when you aren't investigating in exploration mode. You get a check to recall knowledge about, incorporeal undead and haunts active in the area. You also get a +2 circumstance bonus to skill checks to disable haunts. Yeah, I will say that applies here.
Okay. So can I roll haunt check then, if that's cool with you?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. 22 from Rat on his haunt lore.
Can I use a hero point, please?
Yes, please do use your story point.
Okay.
Got the plus 10. So 32. You don't believe the Primal Witch is active at this hour. So you believe you're safe from the Primal Witch for now.
Okay. Rant's gonna do his best to appear tall and fail. He's just gonna be like, well, looks like we're gonna be safe for a little bit, but let's just be on our guard. Make sure you
Fine.
have that pea shooter of yours out.
The final beliefs of anyone going into a dangerous area thinking it's safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you walk forward into the Primal Wood. And now we cut over to Eda and... Let's see, who's she with? Eda is with Bastille. So, we're cutting over to Eda and Bastille. What are you doing?
Waiting until 3 a.m.
Okay. What is Ada doing at this time then?
He has truly gone through every line of questioning, looked for similar people, looked for similar spots, looked for their only similarity they've had is time and the fact people are paralyzed. So it's like, well, that's what I've got to go off of.
And I was about to say, like, if anything, I feel like Ada's line of thought would be more or less to try, and I guess you could say act as bait in order to have a better understanding of it.
Huh?
Yeah, what? Haven't heard of the live bait strategy?
Yeah. Didn't think that's like the last. Fair enough.
What, Ada's going to act as bait?
Or at least the closest thing to it, considering how it has to do with, like, sleep.
Okay. Okay then.
Jeez, and I was about to just out of character. It doesn't help that you're talking to the person that actually does tend to do that with some like solutions to problems. So it's like go through it so that you can figure out how to respond to it. I'm pretty much a trial by fire character.
Okay. So, Bastille and Ada are going to be waiting for about midnight, and Ada's going to be bait.
I mean, I
So-
think by proxy of us being out at 3 a.m., we're both kind of bait.
Kinda.
Just some, like, one real big communal area, he is going to leave his elemental sentinel that he had created that he crit on. So that, because it's got a telepathic link with him, and so can inform him of what it sees within a range of 500 feet. And because he got a crit, it is able to see its perception modifier increases plus 10 on a critical success. It's aware of surroundings within 500 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, basically just, yeah. He's got basically Sentinel in like a big communal area that if
Right.
someone does get stunned at 3 a.m. and he's not in the area, he can still see what's going on.
Alrighty. So since that's going on, we're going to cut back to Soma and Khul-dra. What are you doing? As you are looking over a very, very disturbed and stressed Lorena.
I'm trying, has what the feeling that I had that was so strong that said we needed to get to the library. What is going on with that right now?
You feel like this is where you need to be. Like, the feeling was trying to tell you there's a friend in trouble.
Um,
I have an idea, but it could be dangerous.
Any more dangerous than the abomination that is conjured by accident on your ranch?
So passive aggressive now.
I have no idea what you were talking about.
He wasn't there for that.
Yep.
I have never owned a ranch.
Right. It's not you. It's
No, the idea was most dangerous for you. Your task would be going back to sleep.
back to sleep. Great.
Correct.
Like I'm not any more horrified by what I am seeing.
Once you are asleep, I would be able to enter your dreams. And then if there's something that you are seeing we are not, I would potentially be able to see such.
Okay. I if you really think it will help.
I do not know, but I am not sure how else I can be of assistance with this. I am better at actions than words. Research.
He turns to Soma. What do you think?
Khul-dra has been successful in this manner before. I think that if there is something trying to communicate through your dreams, Khul-dra will probably be able to make contact with it. That's not where my talents lie, but I can do my best to protect you, the both of you.
If you really think this will help. I
Unless you would
could
like
just
to
see
return
that
to the
that
book.
thing again in my mind, just thinking about this.
Is this the thing with the tentacles in the sky, or is this one of the invisible dinosaur creatures?
A dinosaur?
Or is it something else? Or
Culture now looks between them like he's surrounded by truly crazy people. He knows he's not, but to have absolutely no context for this conversation, he's just like, what have I gotten into? These people are off their rocker.
Yeah, he's literally just. Oh, sorry.
Invisible dinosaur creatures? What does this have to do with the wild?
The Zarathi.
Those things? No. No, this has nothing to do with those things, even though I have nightmares of those things too. And thanks a lot. it's it's hard to describe. It's like you would have to have been there, even though I would not wish that on anyone. Got any sleeping pills? And that's where we're going to cut away back to Rat and Zoey.
Nah, you can go to other people.
Right
No,
until
we're going
3 a.m.
we're gonna cut back to you and Zoey.
Okay.
You start walking into the Primal Wood. And after about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you're really not sure how long it's been. Rat, you kind of look up to your left, and your eyes catch direct lines of sight with a pair of red eyes way high off the ground.
Oh.
And 1 second.
Oh no.
One second, please.
No.
Yeah, you can take your time. You can take your
Please.
time. Yeah, this is probably that giant thing that we ran away from that one thing for that one session. Yeah, I completely blocked it out of my memory. So, Elle, do you think we got a chance? Oh, sorry.
So we're
So
gonna die.
Pokey Duck, what are you doing?
I'm going to.
Just minding my own business, watching, trying to make sure that people stay out of the forest. And just watching them for a moment, mostly, to see what they're gonna do.
Both Rat and Zoey make me perception checks.
Ooh.
23 from Zoey, 32 from Rat. Rat, as your eyes are looking up at whatever this thing is, you can suddenly make out this silhouette of a very large, hairy creature. A very large, hairy creature with black hair, jet black hair. And Pokey Duck, is it just right now looking at them?
Yeah, it's mostly watching them. If they try to go further, I'll probably move closer because I don't want them to go further into the word where it's dangerous.
Okay. What is Rat doing?
Does this creature that I see, does it look like it's gonna like charge at us? Because Rat has his like gun blade out and ready to swing.
With your 32 on perception, you don't think this thing is going to charge at you at all. It looks like it's just standing there looking at you.
Zoe, is that an animal or a Mystimon or?
So, Zoe, now that Rat has pointed it out, you can
I was
make
going to
me.
say, I look up and go, ah!
Yeah.
You couldn't see that giant thing.
Zoe, you could go ahead and
Look,
make
I
me.
was-
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Make me a nature check.
Okay.
And before here, kitty, 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 kitty.
37. 37. That is a critical success. Immediately, the word pops in your head. This is a Wakan. These things have been reported, and they have stories about them all over the world. These
Now, Seth, Wakandans are copyrighted.
What?
It's a joke. Wakanda.
It's a Wakan.
I
I
know.
was trying so hard not to make that joke. Thank
Okay.
you, Binary.
See, everyone else appreciated it.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
For a given value of appreciation.
My talents aren't loved here.
These big, hairy creatures, bipedal, walking upright, they've been talked about all over the world. And you've heard stories of some that have actually come out into civilization, but a lot of the time they stay out in the wilderness. They tend to avoid people. So, what is this creature doing?
No. Like, take. Did you say I'm up in the trees, kind of above them?
Yeah, you're just standing on the ground. You're just standing on the ground. You're just really, really tall. You're about somewhere between 8 to 10 feet tall. How tall do you think this creature is?
Let's see. Probably 8 feet. 8 feet. Yeah, 8 feet.
About 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the littlest Bigfoot.
And 3 foot tall smiles.
Well, Willow would walk up to them just cautiously.
So this is creature is towering over Rat. You're looking
Yes,
up at this creature and you're like, what?
It's like the Tyler One meme where he stares up at that really tall person.
And even Zoe is having to look up. Is having to look up because Zoe's only about 6'6".
Yeah, so you're more than half again Zoe's height.
What are you doing in these woods?
Have you? Okay, well,
You can sneak.
talk. That's great. That's great. I'm Zoe. This here's Rat, and
Howdy.
we're looking for some of my colleagues who have been kidnapped. Have you seen a bunch of people in scary cloaks, carrying some probably knocked out, maybe tied up, Goblurins like him, but
Hello.
two, yeah, small, you know. If they weren't tied up or unconscious or anything, they were probably thrashing about. It's very nice to meet you. Please don't hurt us.
Rat will
And I think, like, while Zoe is saying this, the Brigadier is in the little saddle that he rides in the cup of Prettyfoot's riding saddle, and just staring at this creature and doing the like cat noise. But like, I want to chase it.
What I've seen, what they're talking about.
Make me a perception check.
Yeah.
I have now moved Willow into the correct folder.
Oh yeah, I was looking for it.
So you should be able to find Willow in the Hidden Archives folder.
Oh, oh! I did not think they would just look like Bigfoot. Okay.
How do I roll perception?
So you roll perception by looking on the side of the sheet, the left-hand side of the sheet. You will find perception right underneath your armor class. You just click this little dice icon that's spinning about.
I also have to look for where perception gets rolled from every time I open this sheet. Like, everything else I remember off the top of my head. Perception, I always have to look for it.
23. You think you've seen one creature that looked like you think you've seen one creature that looks like what they're describing, but you also remember seeing a girl, a small human girl.
I may have seen what you're speaking of. I remember seeing a small human girl.
Wait, when? When did you see that?
You saw that about a week ago.
Oh yeah.
You saw that about
a week ago.
It's not who we're looking for. We're looking for some people who would have gone missing in the last day or so, but there's another girl who's gone missing recently, supposedly.
That recently actually went missing
recently.
a couple of years ago.
Oh. How old did this girl seem?
She
So, like,
seemed like a young Galvarin. You think it was a young Fae, Willow?
I'm pretty sure it was a young Fae. Does that match your description?
No, but it's odd enough to see a gal in these woods. So I guess if you don't mind showing us towards where you saw her, that could we could start there, I guess.
I can do that.
So
Mm.
this is Pokéduck's character. This is Willow, who is a Wakan, and Wakan are a Bigfoot type race. They're literally Bigfoot. And she
I imagine
is
we're just walking quietly through the woods for a bit, and then Zoe goes, "So, lived here long?"
Louis just shows up, just going like, first time here.
Come here often?
So this is Willow, the Wakan. And now we're going to flash back over to Soma and Bastille. No, not Soma and Bastille. Soma and Khul-dra. I keep mixing up Khul-dra and Bastille.
I know, it threw me off, so when you had asked for the medicine checks, I'd actually rolled on the wrong character. It wouldn't have made much difference, but...
So, she asked you if either of you have any sleeping pills. Since your idea is that she goes back to sleep and waits for the nightmares to come.
The only
I mean, I've got some
option
healer's tools. I could mix her a nice calming tea.
that is
You could do that.
better
You could
than
do
my
that.
option.
Khul-dra just, like, raises a fist.
I was going to suggest that too.
Lorena puts up her hands. She's like, yeah. I'll go with her idea. No offense. And she looks at Soma. She looks at Soma and she says, under her breath, she asks, "Where'd you find this guy?"
To be quite honest, I don't remember. I think you just showed up at the ranch.
No. He helped out during the fight, during the aspect of the Hydra.
Yeah, he just happened to be in the town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Crystal saw him, just like, "Hey, you want a job?"
Yeah. Which is why he knows nothing of the ranch shenanigans. He's just like, he truly just kind of showed up one day.
He showed up and Crystal said, "Hey, you looking for a job?"
So, Soma, go ahead and make me a medicine check. I'm going to adjudicate this as she could go ahead and make a medicine check, even though this would normally be a crafting check. It would normally be a crafting check.
Can't I make a crafting check instead?
You want to make a crafting check instead?
I would much prefer to make a crafting check.
Okay, go ahead. Go for it. Go for it.
Is actually also
I'm
good
a
at
witch.
crafting.
I'm good at crafting. I rolled worse. But I got one more.
Do you want to make us? Do you want to re-roll that with a story point?
Can Khul-dra try?
for making
He's
her
actually
tea.
trained in crafting.
Sure, we could say that Khul-dra could attempt making a nice, soothing golden tea that nobody outside of Gothica has ever had. And
Ooh.
He makes the hell out of that tea.
it takes you about a couple of hours because you're very meticulous, and this type of tea from Gothica is very involved, and you are very meticulous with making this tea. And she takes one sip of this tea and she immediately spits it out, and she's like, "What the heck is this?"
Hey,
Because it has a very, very, very distinct, strong flavor.
you will adjust.
You will enjoy it sooner or later.
Okay. She tries taking another sip. Wow. I feel like I just took a very big swig of like Vicar whiskey.
You asked for something that would make you fall asleep. I assure you, this will knock you out.
I have no doubt. And then suddenly she collapses on the table.
Check her
Trust.
pulse again.
What was that?
He leans over to Soma.
It was just a bunch of alcohol.
They're just out of character, just fucking trust the process.
the Gothican Long Island iced tea.
I thought it was sweet honey iced tea.
If that was sweet honey iced tea, then
That's
then
why
I
till
have
we get
no
to actual alcohol.
then I have no idea what whiskey is.
I was about to say, like, I'm surprised that nobody picked up the Joker reference. Bloody Madagascar one joke that flew right over everyone's head.
So, yeah, she's out cold. So, but you kind of check her pulse.
I put
her-
like a couple of books and some papers under her head for a pillow, and then I'm gonna, sit down and start casting Nudge Fate on both of them.
Yeah, you do believe she's still alive. Thankfully, you do believe she's still alive. Okay, so Soma casts Nudge Fate on both Lorena and Khul-dra.
Well, I'm doing the 1 minute on each of them, back and forth.
All right.
I guess.
All right.
Yeah, because they're once the spell ends, they're temporarily immune for 1 minute. So I cast it on one of them and sustain it until I feel that it's either
sure
been used, and then I'll cast it on the other one, and then just go back and forth.
Alrighty.
All right. Go ahead and tap the shoulder and infiltrate dreams.
Okay.
Look, that's how it's called. It's called infiltrate dream.
So suddenly, suddenly you see Khul-dra just collapse on the floor. He just falls it just falls backward on the floor.
What was he supposed to do? Sit in the library chair and break it?
He just falls backward on
some
the
more
floor,
books and,
and
like-
it shakes the whole library, and everyone's looking over like, shh.
I get some pillows from some of the chairs nearby and put one under his head.
So now we go over to Bastille and Eda. I do believe it's Bastille and Eda.
Is it 3 a.m.?
No, not yet. What are Bastille and Eda doing to pass the time?
I mean, it's up to Ada, because unless she does something, Bastille is truly just standing there.
He's a sleeper agent.
Geez.
What would Ada be doing? I'm sure Ada's doing something, not just standing there, because she seems like the kind of person you can't just stand there and do nothing.
Yeah, it's like with Amy, I don't think like she would be, I guess, trying to find somebody to kind of help herself, I guess, fall asleep faster. Maybe so that she could actually put the plan into action like she's like planning it on.
You want to find some way to fall asleep faster.
Yeah, pretty damn much.
I do not have any magic I can offer, but I can offer this.
He raises a fist.
Perfect.
Got it in both. Oh, well, she said perfect. Okay. He's gonna knock her out.
The old lady's out
Okay.
for the
But still, make me a melee, an unarmed attack check.
Okay.
Bastille with the iron chair.
I
Eat his
assume an
own.
advantage because she's not resisting.
Yeah.
It's like,
Or is there like a bonus for that?
It's going to be a
Circumstance
plus. It's going to be a +2 circumstance bonus.
Okay.
yeah, well, I was about to ask if I could be off guard to it since Ada's actually big and willing to take it.
Yep, same thing. -2 or +2.
Yes, give yourself the unarmed, the off guard condition.
28.
If you can.
28. Does that hit Ada's AC?
Yeah, it's like since she does not have her oath armor on, that does hit her by 4.
Okay. Okay, but still, roll me 1d4 plus your strength modifier. I think you add your strength modifier.
Yeah, unarmed attack is always on the action on your sheet.
Yeah. It's just having me choose the type first for whatever reason.
Five bludgeoning damage. Ada takes 5 bludgeoning damage, and that is straight to the head, straight to the face, right?
Yeah. Punching her in the gut ain't gonna knock her out.
Yeah, Ada, you get punched straight in the face with a big metal fist, and you keel over, knocked out flat.
Yep, if anything, that's the knockout way.
And all of a sudden, we now have a drought. That's fun.
Oh,
Wait,
Bastille with the iron chair.
like, how does the cloud have to do with this?
So, that happened. PvP between teammates?
It's making tactical knockout.
Hey, they said it was cool.
Yeah.
Yep. At this point, everyone can have a story point.
Yeah.
Woo! Hey, look.
Thank you, Twilight and Binary. You guys are the coolest.
Hey, on the bright side, he didn't summon his Eidolon for it, because the Eidolon could have been doing the punching, and that would have hurt a lot more.
So for Pokéduck's sake, story points are also called hero points in published Pathfinder. We call them story points because not only can you spend one to re-roll a check, but you can also use them for a variety of different things. And you can find an article on our site talking about story points at world.mystimonsaga.com. Plug our site. So, oh yeah. They have a lot of different uses. Have fun. I mean, you guys mainly use them to reroll checks, but
I didn't read the site because I did not prepare. So that is entirely my L.
thank you, Elle, for linking that page. Co-GM to the rescue. So, we're now going to go back to Zoey, Rat, and Willow, as Willow has now joined these two. You think they're kind of strange creatures to you.
What are you? I've never seen.
Well, I'm a. I've done a lot of things. I'm kind of a part-time veterinarian, part-time union rep. Do you know what a union is?
A part-time ass kicker.
You think there's unions out here?
No. You've never heard of unions. When she says union, you think it has something to do with like a united country or something?
But Rick, what is it that you do actually? Most, when you're not
shooting people in the butt,
fighting in the ring.
You're talking to me? Or are you talking to our giant friend over there?
To you.
Well,
Actually,
apologies.
that's a great question. What is your name?
How's that a
My
say?
name-
Never...
No, I never told you my name. My name is Willow.
Your name is Willow.
It's a beautiful name.
That's a
Thank
nice
you.
name.
No, I was
Are you
asking
from
you.
the country? I'm not gonna know where the country is.
You're in, I think this area is called, this country is called Olympus. Kind of a shithole if you ask me. No. Apologies, Zoe, if you come from around here.
I don't know much about that. I just spend my whole time in the forest trying to keep people out of the forest.
Were you the
Did you? No, go on, Rat.
Were you the one that's That chased us down?
I was actually going to just ask the exact same question.
That was likely me.
I almost shot
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, good job, because you
Yeah.
were very frightening.
That was very.
It works. People stay out of the forest.
What's the reason for that?
Well, people go missing.
You know of anything about the primal witch, the banshee that's around here? That thing that comes around at night.
Willow, when he mentions that, you kind of feel like the hair on the back of your neck standing up. Yeah, you know all about the primal witch. That is the primary reason why you're trying to keep people out.
That gave me chills when you mentioned them.
Oh, sorry, apologies. Didn't mean to frighten you there, buddy.
No, the Primal Witch is something to be afraid of. That's why I try to keep people out.
Well, fortunately for you, I'm the type of guy that sees something like that and I want to get rid of it.
Well, that's good. Good for you. Where are we going? Oh, wait, no. I remember where we're going. No, I'm like, wait.
Oh,
No, I'm
good.
thinking.
So, eventually, Willow, you lead a rat and Zoe through the woods, through the Primal Wood. And this is what happens. Willow, you just lead them directly into this clearing, where you find this camp that is set up. And you see you see these Goblurins that are tied up to these posts. Thankfully for you, Zoe and Rat, all you see there is these Goblurins. There's no one else here because she just leads you directly into the clearing. If there was anyone else here, they would see you immediately.
Oh no, my friends are tied up. Who did this?
Are the Goblurins alive?
You would have to get closer because they all seem to be unconscious, but you can't tell from here if they're alive.
Can I roll a perception check to try to essentially like hear or look around or like
Yes.
see if I can
Yes.
see if there's a trap around?
All three of you can make perception checks.
I'm accepting my fate.
We have
I'm
a
accepting my
1
fate.
on the die from Rat.
I'm accepting my fate. Can't have a good day, can I?
We have a 38 from Zoe, a 33 from Willow.
That 20, baby.
So, 1 second, please.
Anyways, I'm scared.
Me too.
These guys are tied up like sacrificial pawns, and you know what? Let's go. Wee Traumatize my character more, Seth.
You're welcome. You are welcome. So 38 from Zoe. That is a critical success.
Ooh.
And in fact, that was a 20 on the die, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a 20 on the die.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. 20 on the
You
die.
can hear me, right? Yes. Yes, it
Yes,
was.
we can hear you. No worries.
Okay.
Yep. So we go from a 1 on the die from Rat to a 20 on the die from Zoe. What could go wrong?
Yes.
Nothing. It all
I mean, it's lore accurate. I like this outcome.
So here's what happens. Rat, you suddenly catch sight of something out of your peripheral vision, and your gaze goes directly towards the left, and you just get this sudden urge to go off in that direction because you think it must have been that banshee you saw. You think it must have been the Primal Witch. So your focus is now going after the Primal Witch. You think that was the Primal Witch. And Zoe, looking about, you believe that whose ever camp this is, you're not sure where they went, but you believe they were here recently. And Willow, you catch sight of some tracks in the mud. Actually, it's not really mud because we currently have a drought. You catch sight of these tracks in the dirt.
Willow would show the tracks, point out the tracks, and say,
And Zoe, you've already seen
tracks
this.
belong to the people that came here, that were here.
These tracks look like about the size of humans.
Human tracks.
Though one of these tracks seems to be that of something with 3 toes, 3 long toes. If you point those out to Zoe, Zoe, in fact, actually, you both can make a society check.
Okay.
So you want to make a society check, Willow. You want to go to your proficiencies. That is the hand tab on your sheet, and then just click the little die next to society. So we have 18 from Zoe. Willow, you get a 31. Willow, you think these tracks are from these creatures you've heard of that you believe are called Yagla.
I believe these tracks belong to a creature called, or known as, like, claw.
A Yagla.
The claw.
That makes sense. Whatever but whatever left there's, I think they're still around, or they were here very recently. Wait, where'd Rat go?
Yeah, you suddenly realize Rat's disappeared. Now, Rat...
On off into the shadows.
Rat has gone off towards his left. He's just trailed off towards his left because he believes he just saw the Primal Witch. And here's what happens, Rat. You go just beeline straight through these trees. And you get tripped up over roots and various vines and everything. But as you make it out past these trees, you suddenly stumble headfirst into a pond, and your head just crashes right into this pond, and you go tumbling into this pond. Can Rat swim? Make me an athletics check.
I'm training these. Let's see what the dice say.
Let's see what the dice say.
The dice say I live.
The dice say you live. You managed to swim up to the surface and then swim over to the side of the pond. But before you get up out of the pond, before you get up out of the water, something suddenly grabs hold of your foot. And you feel it tug you under.
Oh, that's nice.
And I'm going to make an athletics check against your athletics DC. Actually, it's not against your athletics DC. It's against your fortitude DC. What's your fortitude DC?
It should be 30. No, it's 29 because it's plus 10. Because right now it's a plus 19. So plus 10. That's 20. Oh, wait, that's 39. Somewhere around there.
Let's double check.
Yeah,
it's 29. It's 29.
Yeah, okay, so I was correct at the first one. I mean, the second one.
Yeah. It grabs your foot. It tugs you under. Make me a fortitude save as you are pulled under the water.
Yeah,
25.
not that good.
25. You feel water gushing down your throat. And you're coughing it up, and you're struggling to breathe. And that's when we cut back over to Eda and Bastille. Eda has been knocked out.
Yep.
Laying on the ground. Laying on the ground. And Bastille's just standing there. But it's not 3 a.m. yet.
Yep.
It's just it's just 30 minutes in the afternoon.
Yep.
12:48. It's about 12:40 in the afternoon.
Cool. About 12 hours, 20 minutes to go. Well, no.
Ada,
no,
you
we're
wake up.
3 a.m. 14 hours and 20 minutes.
Ada, you wake up.
Okay, so listen, that plan.
I knock her out again.
Make me an unarmed attack check.
Oh. Prone, so any bonuses since she's prone? Oh.
Well, that didn't work.
Any bonuses since she's prone?
That
would mean that I would be off guard.
Yes. Yeah, you
The
would be
same
off
plus
guard.
2 or something else?
Yeah, it would be a -2 to her AC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my AC is that is a crit.
Yeah, 37.
So roll critical on your unarmed attack damage.
Bastille with an RKO.
And damage?
That is 10 bludgeoning damage to Ada, and Ada, you conk out again.
All she hears is, "It is not 3 a.m. yet."
Jesus, I now just wish that there was someone nearby to read Ada's thoughts, because if there was, then all this is, well, that's part of the plan, but not the entire one.
I had to do it for the bit.
Yeah, I mean, like, you tell Bastille to tell something, he'll make sure that always happens. I love that aspect of that character.
And of course, we have that type of character with just go with the flow, no context character like Ada.
Yeah.
It's like we have effectively made the party variation of Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. We flash back over to Willow and Zoe. Rat has disappeared. You have no idea where he went. What do you do?
Save my people. My final message.
Can I? Okay, so question. I would like to cast message, and it just says targets one creature. It doesn't. I can't see anything in the description of the spell that says that I need to be able to. Oh, they must. There it is. They must be able. Okay, no, it doesn't actually say that I need to be able to see the target. It just says that in order for them to give a brief response, they must be able to see me.
Okay.
Which I guess kind of just destroys the point of this, because my hope was that I could just, where are you? But it should work within 500 feet. Did we hear like a big splash and maybe a yelp?
Make me a perception check.
Okay.
Both of you.
Rat does not yelp, but you would have heard. Damn it!
34.
I'm sorry,
19.
a noble manly yelp.
34, 19. So 34 and 19. Willow, your attention is squarely on those Goblurins that are tied to those posts. Zoe, you do hear something off in the distance that sounds like a splash.
My friends, they're just tied up there. You could have done this.
Alrighty. I'm going, so I can see, can we tell, like, how far are we from the Goblurin who are tied up?
I would say about 25, 30 feet. 30 feet.
Okay. In that case, this feels like a trap and I don't like it. I don't like that. You know what? Actually, I'm going to send Crackerjack off to where I heard all of that noise. Where I heard that noise off in the woods.
Oh, sweet. I love being boiled
and
alive.
I'm going to say
You're going to send one of your Mystimon.
and actually
I forgot I had
sorry,
one.
what's actually funnier is that Crackerjack's other form, because like one of the things for Mystimon Summoner is form change, and I can change my Cheetah Rex into a different form of the Cheetah Rex, and the standard Cheetah Rex is fire. But the one that I picked when I chose what form I could choose, I could change Crackerjack into was the Thunder X, which is the electrical. So you have a choice, Rat. You can either be boiled alive or you can be electrocuted in a pond.
I'd rather choose boiled alive because if I get actually, no, wait, electrocuted. Because whatever grabs me, you also get shocked. Big brain.
But anyways, I'm not going to do that. I am just going to be like, Crackerjack, go find Rat, bring him back, or yell if he's in trouble. And then I guess up to Willow if you want to join me, but I am going to dart into the clearing up to where my colleagues are bound.
I wish I could say that.
Rat,
Well,
let's go into the clearing, I guess.
So you follow. Willow follows Zoe into the clearing.
Yes.
Zoe's not liking the situation. Feels like a trap. And that's where we're going to cut away for just a second. Back to Soma and Khul-dra.
This is all a dream.
Soma, you're sitting there, you're trying to cast Nudge Fate. You are casting Nudge Fate on Khul-dra and Larina, swapping between the two, as you said. And Khul-dra has entered Dream. Just keeled over right onto the floor in the library. So this big hulking beast, this big hulking creature is now laid flat on his back on the floor. And Khul-dra, this is what you see. You see this big, towering shadow. It has tentacles on its face.
oh,
Its head is big and bulbous. And it is so unnerving seeing this. Even for a Gola. Make me a stress save. Make me a will save.
All right. I'm gonna use a story point on that.
Okay. Seems I've terrified Rat. Rat's going to be having nightmares.
I'm meeting Cthulhu.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go visit this person's tree. Oh,
So 35. You managed to. You managed to settle your nerves as you were seeing this thing. As these thoughts of these random images and visions start swirling in your mind, you have no idea what you are seeing. Just looking at this, you will feel like you are going mad. And a Gola going mad is a very dangerous thing.
I think to avoid the going mad, he will refocus his efforts on, okay, where is this lady I just met who I don't think he ever got the name of. I know I have, but I'm not sure he's ever gotten the name of.
Where is she? And you focus your efforts on where is this woman. And as you take in this wider scene, what you are seeing is this large shadow, towering shadow, is coming down out of the sky. The sky is gray. There are gray clouds everywhere, and this towering form is coming down out of what looks like a huge ring in the center of the clouds. Rain is pouring. There's thunder clasps. And you look around and you see a man standing with his cane in front of him. A man in a circus uniform and a top hat. And he is looking directly at you with a very creepy smile.
Is it Zolgoth or someone else?
It is Zolgoth.
Okay, because he's seen Zolgoth before.
Yeah, it is Zolgoth. And he is looking back at you, straight at you, with a very creepy smile. You're looking around, and you find Lorena laying on the ground. She is petrified, staring right up at this shadow coming out of the sky.
He's gonna just go over to her, roll her over so she's no longer facing the creature. Glance back over to Zolgoth.
Glance back over to Zolgoth. And that is where the dream ends. And you snap awake, laying on the floor in this library.
Now, are there any, legends, Mystimon, anything that fits the description of this
Make
creature
an
I saw?
occultism. Make an occultism check.
Okay. I will describe it to Soma, so she could potentially do the same.
Okay. Soma, you can make an occultism check as well.
I've got one
Soma?
other hero point on Khul-dra. I'm going to use it.
Okay.
It seems like important enough.
Yeah, you know what? I'm also going to use my hero point.
Go for it.
Okay, there we go.
Soma, make me a stress save.
Cool.
Bruh. Constantly stressed.
33. You managed to calm yourself.
Already got one ulcer. I'm not getting another.
As the name comes straight to your mouth. Cthulhu. And that's where we're going to swap back over to Zoe and Willow.
Got it in one.
Hi.
So, Zoe and Willow, you march straight on into this clearing. And Zoe, I do believe your senses are connected to Crackerjack, is that right?
I mean, Crackerjack's my Eidolon, so
Yeah.
to the
Your Mystimon partner.
extent, yeah, my Mystimon partner. Just so to the extent that works, yes.
So Crackerjack is running through the trees, leaping over the very same roots and vines and everything that Rat tripped over. He's just leaping over them and bounding through the woods unimpeded. And Crackerjack comes to a stop at this pond and is sniffing about. Crackerjack looks directly at the water and leaps right into the water. Zoe, make me an athletics check for Crackerjack. As Crackerjack tries to grasp onto Rat's
athletics.
Rat's coat, maybe. What is Rat
Poncho.
wearing? His poncho.
He wears
Crackerjack
like the classic cowboy get a poncho, a scarf, cloak, hat.
So Crackerjack grasps onto Rat's poncho and tries to tug him. And at this point, Rat, you're unconscious. And after a bit, Crackerjack manages to grab hold of Rat and swim back up to the surface and dragging Rat up onto shore.
My hat.
Your hat is lost in the pond.
Oh
No, I need that hat.
Crackerjack gives you a big
I'm
cat,
gone.
Rough cat tongue slurp on your bare head.
Can't feel that. I'm still knocked out.
Well, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure he has a -4 to medicine checks. Oh wait, no, he adds +3.
Hey, he has a chance.
It's only a -4 he adds to crafting.
If it's a crit fail, does Crackerjack just kill me?
No, I'm not going to allow that. I'm not gonna
Cracker
allow
Jack
that
I
to
was
happen.
willing for that to happen.
Cracker Jack will pick you up by the nape of the neck like you were a kitten and start jogging back to where he left everybody
Why
else.
is it all? Why am I always treated like a freaking baby to cat people? First Elsa and now Cracker Jack.
I mean, he could drag you by the arm if you'd prefer that, but this
No,
is
oh no, I
you know,
can't.
better
I
for
have
your
no.
back.
I have no course for this. Like Cracker Jack's
No.
yours. I can't say anything. I'm just saying this above board as a player.
So Cracker Jack drags Rat by the nape of his neck through the woods, leaping over vines. At some points, Rat gets stuck in some vines, and Cracker Jack manages to yank him out. Eventually, Zoe, you look over as Cracker Jack emerges from the tree line with carrying Rat's body.
Corpse.
So, what does Zoe do?
So we have been in the clearing. I've been trying to like untie them from the stakes that they're tied to. If I can do that. Or you said they were tied to like posts in the middle of this clearing.
Yeah. So you're trying to untie the Goblurins. What does Willow do?
I'm assuming Willow would see this, that they are just lying on the ground.
Mm.
The person that got, I guess they dragged him back to where we were, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Willow would go over there and see if they're, I guess, check their condition.
Okay, make me a medicine check.
I'm hoping for now one.
Let's see.
24. You believe Rat is alive, but barely. He seems to be barely hanging on.
Willow would try and do something to help him. Just
You could try treat wounds.
yeah, I'll do that.
So
Willow
that
will
make another medicine check.
Okay.
33. Okay, let's see. What's the healing for treat wounds again?
It's in the basic macros actions, but I believe the DC is typically for 15, but the DC changes depending on circumstances.
What's the healing for it though? What's the healing for it?
It's like what, 1d8.
Success is 2d. A success is 2d8 hit points.
Yeah.
A critical success is 4d8 hit points and loses the wounded condition.
So Rat gets back 10 points of healing. 10 points of healing. And I imagine that Willow is kind of doing like CPR, try to be very gentle because Willow is like 4 or 5 times Rat's size.
Like, yeah,
Try to be
Like-
very gentle, giving him CPR.
like gentle CPR. It's like, live. It's like, live.
And
Don't die on me.
after a moment, Rat, you suddenly jerk awake and coughing up water. And
Oh, sorry.
You're
go
lying.
ahead. Go ahead.
Didn't think it was time for a bath. Sorry about that, Willow.
Damn. Glad you're alive.
Thanks. Thanks for saying that, pal. Oh. Well, anyways, what's going on? How long have I been at? I'm gonna look around.
You look around, you see the Goblurins tied to the post. You see Zoe trying to untie them.
Do either of you have a knife?
Takes out giant sword.
That'll do. If you can just cut these bonds, I just want to get them out of here.
Hey, Willow, can I get some uppies real quick? I'm too short to reach them.
Belcher.
Thanks,
I lift
buddy.
him up.
And then cuts down the rope. Wait, where's my hat?
Your hat's gone.
I didn't see a hat.
Oh no.
I must
I
have
gotta go
lost it.
back and and get that hat once we're done here. And it starts cutting up the rest of the Goblurins free.
The hat's long gone.
No, I will not allow it.
You'll need to get a new hat.
To die again to save its hat. Okay.
Yes. Maybe. Depends on how this scene goes.
You need to get a new hat. But you have more important things to worry about. Or are they more important than your hat?
I mean, the hat was just really, really nice. That's it. Stole that hat off of a gunslinger.
Say farewell to the hat. You'll need a new one.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna be bald.
So it is 1:34 in the afternoon.
Don't you
We
do
go
it,
back
Ada.
over. We go back
Don't you
over to
do it.
Bastille.
Don't you do it.
Ada, you wake up.
Bam! Left, right, the night.
Although this is how I got my hat.
And you believe a 28 hits?
This is how I got my hat, pal.
Yes, it does.
Use this.
It's like just for reference, my AC without the oath armor on is 24.
And then with the
So-
off foot as well, that'd be 22.
6 bludgeoning damage. And Ada gets knocked out again. Why Bastille is
let's
doing
say,
this
if you
when
do
it's
this in a-
not even 3 a.m. yet is anybody's guess.
He wanted to sleep till 3 a.m.
I was about
These
to
are
say, anything, this might actually get to the point of where Ada's recovery time would actually let her sleep past that time.
And it's only 1 p.m.
And
You have. It's only 1 p.m. You have 13 hours left. 14. Yeah.
where is Bastille and Ada when you're doing all this?
Wherever we were when she asked to be knocked out. It could truly be the middle of the street.
So you're doing this in the middle of the street. Bastille,
no, Ada, you tell us where she asked to be knocked out.
I know. So you probably think that I would know?
yeah, where were you? This is up to you, Ada. Where were you when you decided to ask to be knocked out?
And
Oh my fucking god! Like you do not play leave decisions to me as I'm an indecisive fuck.
We have to leave this one up to you.
This is just how I feel.
Yeah, because I was about to say the thing was that Ada initially thought that if she was knocked out, she would be out for pretty much the rest of the day. Not constantly waking up like a few minutes later, then only to be knocked back out by Bastille.
Luckily, like an hour or two later. But yeah, no.
So, is this happening right in the middle of the street? Ada?
All I'll say is there is an option. When you next wake up, just pretend you're still asleep.
Say this like you're threatening them.
If this is happening right in the middle of the street, but still, you've had some onlookers kind of looking at you very weirdly, like, what the heck is going on? What are you doing? And
Why
then,
is that strange robot? Oh, sorry.
And now, a couple of Magi Guard officers have come up to you, Bastille, and they say, sir, we're going to have to ask you to turn around. You're under arrest for assault.
I have not assaulted anyone.
Yes, you have. They point to the guy, to the woman laying on the ground.
She asked for aid in going to sleep. I offered to knock her out, and she agreed.
Yeah. Tell it to the judge. Bastille is under arrest.
This is the truth.
Bastille has been arrested.
Can I make a diplomacy check?
Sure, but it's going to be a hard DC.
Watch him fucking nat
20. Nat 20. Nat 20. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Everyone, give them your power.
Not a nat 20, but it is a 36.
That's not a critical success.
He didn't say it needed to be critical, just as high DC.
They listen to you for a second. They're like, well, whether they asked to be knocked out or not, it's still against the law.
Why don't we wait for them to wake up then?
You could explain your case to the consulate.
We are currently investigating something.
Yeah, tell it to the consulate.
I do not have time for this.
Is Bastille going to resist arrest?
I just kind of reach down and grab Ada, and I teleport.
Okay. You teleport. You arrive back in Zoe's vet clinic.
No, I probably go to the center of operations. They've been hanging out for.
Okay, the Wilted Tree Tavern. You arrive back at the Wilted Tree Tavern.
Yeah, back at their room.
You hear about an hour later that a warrant has been put out for your arrest. For assault and resisting arrest.
Okay, the assault can be waived off, but the resisting arrest, that's going to be a problem.
Hey, I gave Ada the chance to say where it was. Not my fault. Ada never said a location.
Yeah, but Twilight did a funny option, though. This is the funnier outcome. Like, we truly let the most chaotic individuals work together.
Pretty much.
Hey. Bastille's not chaotic, he's just literal.
Yes. It's like, if anything, like, this is just the equivalent of giving a freaking raccoon a hand cannon, just saying, go.
All right, Ada. Here's a very strong, powerful machine. He'll do whatever you say. Now make sure you don't get into trouble. Yeah, I think
Ada,
like Rat said something
Ada
about
and Bastille gonna have a story point each.
When that fucking story? Like, after that point, like, I'm already at 3 bloody just for Ada.
Oh, I can do something cool.
Bastille was also already at 3.
Okay.
Oh, you guys can do something cool with your story points now. That's cool.
Just for doing some of the dumbest shit under the sun. I rolled a silence is golden, but how about comedy? Nah, that shit's platinum.
So, we flash back over to Soma and Khul-dra.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. They're having the existential crisis.
Yeah, they both are. And so is Lorena. But Lorena was already having an existential crisis. What are you doing now with this information? How are you making sense of this? Are you making sense of it?
Well, what? I mean, I just knew a name, but what else do I know about that?
Yeah, what do we know about Cthulhu? Because Binary knows plenty, but
He's a fish.
So, Cthulhu, Soma, you know that Cthulhu is one of the most terrifying and unknowable of all the ancient ones. Cthulhu, you've heard spoken of numerous times, particularly by Zolgoth. And that strikes a chord because Khul-dra saw Zolgoth in that vision. In that dream.
Has Lorena also awoken?
Yes.
Okay.
And she's now speaking in tongue.
Oh, great. Just one? Sorry.
She's speaking in tongues. Yeah, she's speaking in tongues.
Okay.
You have no idea what the heck she's saying.
L.
So
I'm glad Shadow
You're
also
better
got
than that. You're better than that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Anyways. Great. Cool. I don't think I have anything that's good for healing, like, the brain. So I'm just gonna scoop Zeal up and put Zeal in her lap in the hope that some, critter therapy will help. And then yeah, I truly don't know that I have anything that will help her.
You could try rolling a medicine check.
Okay. I'll do that. Not good.
That good. Yeah, you're completely out of your element. You have no idea what to do here. It's like she is going mad right in front of you.
I think we might have broken her. Oh dear. Crystal, do you have anything? Would Kyrene be able to help with this?
Crystal's already on the comstone with Kyrene.
Oh, good. Excellent. Wonderful. Okay, while she's doing that, I do think we do need to bring her back because everything she was studying. Right, you didn't meet her before. This is Lorena Gray. From what I understand, she's been studying void terrors, the ancient ones. At least in terms of these alien ruins that were found at the bottom of the Depthara Trench. She claimed that she saw Cthulhu down in those ancient ruins, and she thought that the ancient ones were starting to invade this world. So
Dangerous things
yeah.
to study.
What did you say?
Dangerous things to study.
I look at the babbling wreck in front of us and say, I can't disagree with you there.
I should probably mention Zogoth was also there.
Oh dear. I mean, this all tracks. Is he still wearing his stupid circus outfit?
Yeah. He was. I was freaked out, and then until her circus outfit, I was like, huh? And then my freaking out went down a little bit.
So fun story that I don't think you ever got, Rat. Soma is especially offended by the circus outfit because she used to work in a circus. So for her, this is like the equivalent of stolen valor.
I'm surprised I never had Rat make a clown joke about her. Man.
Yeah. You could all look up the. I think it was a YouTube short. No, it was a video on our YouTube channel titled "Fashion Disaster." That tells the story. Shameless plug.
I just don't know what to do with this information. There's every time we try to find this man, he's just disappeared somewhere, and he's doing things that don't make sense or seem to have any kind of purpose, and they seem so much of what he's doing is either seems to be pointlessly violent, or bizarrely petty. Like, why is he plaguing people with the Hat Man? What? I mean,
Has Soma
Perhaps.
made a connection between Zolgoth and the Shadow People?
I mean, it's a man in a top hat. The connection's
I
not very
mean,
strong.
true. It is
Yeah.
truly the easiest connection to make.
Okay. If you want to make that connection, go ahead. I'm not saying anything.
Well, we never got anything about the shadow people angle, so we truly are in
I
the dark.
mostly just assume that everything that goes wrong is Zolgoth now at this point.
That's totally fair. That's totally fair. You're dealing
Because
with a
everything that we've
psychopathic.
encountered has connected back to him. We've got the cultist. We've got the Cthulhu. We've got the man's trying to bring Cthulhu into the world and just destroy everything. What does plaguing people with the Hat Man have to do with any of that?
What about the banshee that we never investigated?
She's probably just, doing her own thing.
She almost killed my character, but okay.
Women lying about in ponds, dragging people underneath, isn't especially disruptive of our system of government.
We haven't even found out the murder yet. Oh my goodness! There's a lot of stuff that we haven't investigated at all. We are terrible detectives, except for Willow.
We've been investigating the murder. We've been investigating the cultists. They're everywhere. Sounds lousy with them. Imagine all of that was actually said in Soma's accent, because I do think that she's
This is before anything any of this happened. Just Rat and Soma were just talking. They just shared a drink.
Yeah, we can say that, and that's what happened there. We had a little scene where Soma and Rat were talking about all that over drinks.
Question is whether Zolgoth is just placing the illusion of Cthulhu in people's minds that came to see it in its glory, so to speak.
And all of this, I think, is connecting back to all of these terrible things that are happening in this town. But aside from knowing what is happening, I don't know what we can do about it. Besides, hopefully wait for Karine to get here and help Lorena, and then maybe Lorena will know something. I'm at a loss here.
Does it bleed?
Okay, so while that's all going on, let's check back in with Zoe, Willow, and Rat. And how hatless Rat.
Ow! I'm gold!
You managed to get these 3 Goblurins untied and everything. But they're still out cold. Make me a medicine check. If you have it.
No.
Can I do perception? I don't have medicine.
No, it's gotta be medicine in this case.
Okay. Alrighty.
Because you're checking over their condition. You're trying to see if they're okay and everything. Zoe and Willow? Medicine?
Zoe's not trained in medicine.
Oh, Zoe's not trained in medicine? Willow? I know Willow is.
Can't believe Willow's dead.
If let me see.
24. You believe that they're okay. You believe they're alive, just unconscious for some reason.
How did they get unconscious?
From what you could tell, it looks like they haven't eaten or drank anything in hours.
Can I just try to shake them awake? Or
What?
something, or wake them up? I just try to wake them up.
You want to try to wake them up?
Yeah.
Willow? I think we should probably wait up until we get them inside the city, but then again, the city is not very hospitable. Man, what should we do? Is there like a back alley entrance to your veterinary clinic?
I guess I could just. No, actually, I can't. I was gonna say I could just carry them, but I can't actually.
So I have a mount. We can load them up on Prettyfoot.
Yeah, the problem.
So Zoe will load them up on Prettyfoot. I think as we're doing that, I want to try and see if they can like take in a little water or something.
The problem is that if they're that weak and then we get into some hostility, they might go kaput.
Well, there was that pond that Rat happened to find some ways that back that way.
I can get my hat
I
back.
have a water skin.
I do too. I have some.
It is fresh water. It is fresh water. It's a pond.
It's a pond with a scary ghost in it, Seth.
Listen,
I don't know
But
that
it's water.
is fresh.
Listen, I don't mind coming back. I need my.
Do you have any
hat.
water in your skins?
Why wouldn't we?
Okay, then try that.
I also got some rations as well.
I have rations.
So, let's see. I'm going to, in this case, make a secret check. It takes a bit. It takes about 5 minutes or so, but you do. Eventually, these three Goblurins they start to open their eyes. Where are we?
You're in the Primal Woods there, kinsman.
You were knocked out.
What are you? They're all
That's
looking
a
at
little
Willow. They're all
That's
looking
a
at
little
Willow.
rude. But then again, I understand she also gave me a big fright.
If you made me, I'm a Wakan.
A Wakan? You're a Wakan?
Yeah.
We've heard stories. I can't believe they're actually real.
What? You never seen one before?
No.
I've been in this forest a while.
Never seen a Wakan before. We've heard the stories. Never thought they were actually real.
I guess I can't blame you. I'm pretty good at hiding.
And scaring.
How did you end up here?
Zoe are they're waking up. They've woken up. They got a big scare with this Wakan. Zoe, what are you doing?
I'm probably, whichever ones aren't like basically as they're having this conversation, I am helping them get on Prettyfoot.
Okay.
And explaining to the ones who maybe aren't like talking directly, like having this conversation directly with Willow, like just kind of quietly saying like, we've got to get you back into town, or at least back somewhere safe.
Get them. You mean get them back to where they can get hurt?
That's a good point, because I mean,
you have the
I
luxury
thought
of going back home. My kinsmen don't.
well, we need somewhere safe for them.
Hey, Gorvish, Henrietta, and the worst of the one name, Chakra. There we go. Do you guys know of any other tribes around here? Any other Goblurins clans?
No, we have no idea.
Yeah, the city's not treating us too kindly. A lot of our a lot of our other friends are just constantly being harassed and attacked, and I think it might be a problem if you take you guys back to the city.
Willow, do you have somewhere that we can stay? We're safe for them for now.
The only thing, Willow, that it comes to your mind is this old house in the middle of the Primal Wood, but you're immediately like, no, we cannot go there.
I do know a place, but I wouldn't go there, no.
I'm guessing that's where the Primal Witch sleeps during the day. That's not nice. You can't stay here at night as well, because that way we risk the ire of the Primal Witch. Oh, I guess we have no choice but to get back to the city. It's either die out here or face harassment.
Do you all know what happened to the people who took you?
They all look at each other and they look around. No, where are they? There were these cloaked guys. We think they were cultists, but
oh, they were definitely cultists.
Wait, where are they?
It's a great question. I think we should get out of here. I think that if we take you back to my clinic and the championship village, it's a little bit outside of town. It's not right. Like it's not like in the city.
Yeah, it's a little bit outside the city.
So that'll be a little safer. We're probably going to want to get you out of Olympus quickly, but for now, you should be safe in my clinic.
Yeah, the one senator that has it out for our con apparently has it out for us even harder ever since I saved his life.
Well, that sounds backwards.
Yeah. Very much. Very much. So, we flash back to Soma and Khul-dra. Kyraid eventually arrives, and as Kyraid gets here, she quickly looks at you, Soma, And she whispers under her breath to you. Something tells me you saw the same thing I did.
I think they all did too, or something similar. Or wrong voice. They all, I think they all did too, or something similar. It's, and then like whisper to her. I think it's Cthulhu.
That's not what I saw. I'm talking about the other thing.
Oh. I don't know what that was.
Oh, my
I just
death.
knew I had to get here. And I don't know if I've done any good here.
I haven't had
And
those.
just kind of gesture towards Lorena, who I'm assuming is still
Yeah.
just a mess.
Kyrene pauses and she says, I haven't had premonitions like that in a long time. Something's changed. We should talk later.
For now, is there anything you can do for her?
She turns her attention to Lorena. What happened to her?
Was in her dreams that Cthulhu showed up. I was there. As was Solka.
Yeah, she puts her hand on Lorena's head, like 2 fingers on Lorena's head, and closes her eyes. It feels like what you and Lorena have seen here. It feels like a premonition of some kind as well. I'm hearing the words. They're coming. Cthulhu is coming. And that is where we are going to end the session. To be continued. To be continued next time on Mystimon Saga Hidden Archives. If you enjoyed today's show, how about you do us a favor and drop us a like and a comment and maybe consider subscribing. We would also love for you to also join our community of both Pathfinder 2e lovers and Mystimon Saga fans on our Discord. Catch our next episode live in 2 weeks on Thursday. Thank you, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
I'm going to die.
Is Rat going to die? We don't know.
You started off with a premonition that like he has a stab wound in his gut.
To be continued.
As I play to be continued. Cue the JoJo outro.
Yeah.
I forget. We keep our story points between sessions.
No.
And I preemptively use my 3 because I did have a plan to use my 3.
Okay, go ahead. And just before we end this, go ahead, use your 3 story points. What are you doing to use your 3 story points?
That's canon. When Bastille had been asked to knock out Eda, there was a noble that was visiting from, I think it was Calroon, that we met the king. He had heard about Bastille and how much the king had like enjoyed this random automaton's presence.
That was in Conaset.
Okay, Conaset. But they're from Conaset. They're here to watch the games, but they had heard about this random automaton that the king had enjoyed the presence of. So, when finding out that that automaton is now wanted for something that is actually true, that they that they were actually asked to do this, they are currently going to the guards to potentially partisan Bastille in return for hoping to get, like, some sort of meeting because they want to get in good with the king.
So they're trying to petition the Magi Guard to pardon Bastille.
Correct.
And
corroborating that it was in fact an asked thing to do, because they want to try and use Bastille to get in good with the king.
I mean,
Okay,
Twilight
so-
also has 3 story points.
I love it.
Yeah, but I
And
was about to say, I really don't mind the ones being blown away. Like, I just found it really hilarious of how it's like, I just did not spend a single one day. And
Okay.
I'm more than likely just gonna tune out for the night. Bloody hell.
okay, I love it, Bastille. In fact, I'm going to let you.
Design the
went-
noble?
Who
That
left?
was Twilight.
That was
Twilight left.
Yeah.
Okay. Twilight went to bed. Okay. But still, I'm going to let you create that noble. You
Okay.
get the job of creating that noble NPC. And we will find out who that noble NPC is next time on Mystimon Saga Hidden Archives. We will see
Because
you.
this... Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Bastille.
Oh, I was just going to say, the only reason I hadn't used that's canon before was because the story points reset every session. I barely ever have 3 story points all at one time.
Alrighty. Catch our next episode live in 2 weeks on Thursday. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.